am I telling this? The crew.
Roll camera.
Roll sound. Quiet on set.
They was not letting us watch. Loving the game.
Action.
And action.
Now you crying? All little boy? Oh, favor, you deserve this shit. Alright, young blood. It's on you now. What you gonna do? Check this guy. A cat is rapist, child molested.
I love it like this.
Oh, use this key to unlock the trust. You and your uncle could walk out of here. No questions asked.
So we're here with Deshawn, the director of Love in the Game. So tell me, why did you choose this project specifically? Or how did it come to you?
Yeah, this project chose me. I was first given the book, and within 24 hours, I finished the book. Could not put it down. Literally from the very first page, I was drawn into the main character and into his world, into his life. I felt his emotions, his passion. He became human to me from the very first page. And then from there, every character that was brought in to the storyline, their humanity was front and center. And it just brought such a connection to me. And I love the story, especially what it talks about, because the person who seems to be, the quote unquote bad guy in the book, he's redeemable. And I think seeing that redeemable quality, you get a chance to see the inner struggle that people go through, from every walk of life, whatever their social status is, that there's always that inner struggle of good and evil and trying to be better, and trying to make sense of the cards that were dealt, to you. And it just all that together just collectively pulled me in.
So as a director, how did you go? What was your process of bringing everything to life? Because from the book, it's one thing, but then bringing that to life is a completely different thing. So what was your process?
Process was just after reading the book, spending time talking to the author of the book. We talked days on end, just going over every character, finding out the backstory beyond the backstory that's within the book. And then once, we got that established and started really seeing the characters and understanding them, bringing in the DP, and then working out, things with the DP, you just get a chance to see those characters in motion. And seeing those characters in motion, and then once we brought in our gaffer, with him setting the mood of each scene as well, it just helped evolve the characters' lives, and it just gave me really something to work with, to sink into, to be able to just tell the story, from the vision that I was seeing from the book that I had and from the script as well.
18 owl, take 6.
Hold.
Owl.
Hold. And action.
I was thinking we go cop on some man. I know how much you love that place.
I'll change it. I'll do my
In
hair.
fact, how about we all go? Spank, you down?
Sure. Why not?
Spank, get us another drink. I know she said no, but get her one too. Babe, come sit down.
No, I'm good.
Hey, cut. That is it. So she's gonna have to tour her baby.
No, I can't do that, Adrian.
That's cool. I didn't mean
I get one corner of the head.
Maybe, you know what you do? Go sideways, turn your hand.
Not that
Like
much.
that?
No,
Oh, no.
just like
that?
like that.
Pardon?
That's where you turn it when he goes to kitchen.
Okay.
So we're here with Michelle Batista, who plays the lead role of Paz in our new movie, Love in the Game. So, Michelle, how do you feel about Paz?
Paz is every girl I've ever met that grows up in a town that has the hood love, but she knows that she's not cut out for that life. And, you know, she thinks that she left it, but the moment she sees it, everything rekindles. So I feel like we've all been there. I've been there through stories where it's like the bad boy and the temptation, but she's a good girl, but she likes that guy in the street because he's real and he's raw. So I like her, and I think that we can all find a little pause in ourselves, if that makes sense.
So did you find it hard to get into the role and like try to be her, or how did you feel about getting the role itself?
I tried to find myself in her, and I tried to find her in myself. So I kind of just did research on all my love interests and all the people that kind of got away, and what would happen if I ever got that second chance, like Paz does. So it wasn't that hard to tap into it because she's so multidimensional. I feel like anyone can kind of find a little Paz in themselves.
I like that word, multidimensional. How was that difficult for you? Because I mean, me watching it, I don't think it was. It was absolutely seemed so natural.
Yeah? Thank you. That's so nice. Yeah. I think it was a lot of like character development, if that makes sense. Breaking down Paz, her before, her present, her after, her being torn between a life with Matthew, which is supposed to be the correct way, versus, you know, her true self, her trying to find her truth. So,
you know, it's funny because for me, what I found interesting was that when I was presented with actresses for the role, when the director Shawn, when he came to me and said, "Look, here's some people I know. Tell me who you think, who you like, you don't like." And I couldn't really put my finger on it, but when I saw your picture, it was like something in me just said, "That's her. That's." And the thing about it is, I saw a lot of photos. Some of them were like professional photos, and the one that struck me was one that was just you hanging out like in the street.
Yeah.
It was something of like from a social media page. You had a hat on and just looked just totally natural, and I was like, that's Paz right there. That's her. And then when I was able to see your work, when I watched some of the clips of you on other productions that you were in online, I said, "Oh yeah, that's it."
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yo, you sure? I mean, look at this one." I said, "Nah. Call her, and if you have any problem, give her my number. Let me talk to her." So when I got the word from Shawn, he said, "Yo," he sent me a screenshot of her text response like, "Oh yeah, I would love to. I'm interested. Yeah, I'd love to talk to your cousin." So I was like, "Yes," and it worked out. And I think that it's obvious that we made the right choice.
Thank you. That's so nice. That's so nice. Thank you so much. That flatters my heart.
I mean, there have been many stories, so-called like gangster films or whatever, that have, a love interest that's a peripheral storyline to the main storyline. And I think that's one of the things that's different about this film, is that we approach it from the opposite way, in that the love story or the relationship, that connection is really what is the main story, and then the gangster stuff is really peripheral to that storyline. Well, I mean, I knew that the film was going to have that element of street, gangster stuff. That's a part of it, because it's the life that AD lives. So I knew that was going to be a big part of the story. But I really wanted the relationship between Paz and AD to really be also a focal point. I wanted to really approach it from the angle of showing that connection between those two, because the attraction that they have for one another is so powerful that it causes both of them to stray away from what they know is safe in their own respective worlds. And it's that recklessness that overwhelming power of love that draws them, that actually is a major element of the story.
Let's do it on the floor like we did when we were kids.
Real couple. Yep.
Behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
The game.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope.
Yo, what's up? What's up? It is Izzy and Catherine here.
Kid, you ready?
Yeah.
Cat, when I go like this, you can tell the kids to go.
Mm-hmm.
When I go like that, you put the car.
Car? Where's the car?
It's not cool. So you just gonna tell me, oh, so you just gonna push my bike into you? So I'm about to just really wipe it. Oh, it's like that. You got something.
Shit crazy. But just amongst yourselves.
You gonna ride your bike right into me?
Yes.
Oh, it's like that? What you doing, princess?
I'm good, AD.
Tell your mother I said hi, right?
Hey, cut.
Yeah.
Understand the way
How many movies you did before, man?
Yeah, it's gonna pick you up. I need you to go
This is
way.
my first, man. Woo, going down in history, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's what's up, son. This is my first, man. And you part of a classic movie right here.
This gonna be it, bro.
Word up.
Be it, bro.
Word up.
This is gonna be it. Yeah.
I can't wait. Loving the game, baby.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay, I'm here with Shawn Jordan, who plays Spanky, also known as Carmela Herrera in Loving the Game, the film. So, Ashanti, how do you feel about the role? How do you feel about playing the character? What do you think about her?
I think the character is great. It's a huge transition for me. You know, I'm that chick. Everybody listens to me. I call the shots for AD. So, you know, that's not my typical role in my personal life, but it's fun to play that character, you know. So I'm enjoying it.
So wait a minute. Are you telling me that there's not a little bit of Spanky in you?
I mean, a little bit, but, you know, I work, you know.
Because I've been watching you on the set, and I think you are doing a fantastic job.
Thank you.
That can't be. Are you just telling me your acting skills is just like that, or is this really just a little bit more of Spanky than you want to admit?
Well, based on what you're saying, I guess I do have more Spanky in me than I think.
So how does it feel to vicariously live that alter ego in this fictitious set?
It's fun. It's fun. I think, I'm thinking about where I am right now and the scenes that we're playing right now, but then I'm also thinking forward about how this character is going to, evolve and what my role is going to be in the future. So I'm just trying to embrace all of that.
How do you feel Spanky as a character representing an Afro/Afro-Latina woman in this type of setting, which is generally a male-dominated setting? How do you think the character plays for women in that regard?
Yeah, no, I think, I don't know if I can curse, but
Sure you
I
can.
like playing that boss bitch. You come in, you command the room. It's the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you dress. I think that, even if it is predominantly, men that run that world, I think they like that little edge,
So would you see this character as being something of, I don't know, would we call it like a trailblazer or a positive take for women as far as, I know we're talking about some gangster shit and all like that, but the fact that she holds a position of such prominence as a woman in an organization like this, and that she's not looked at all like a sexual thing, even though she's beautiful,
she's respected for her mind and for her power. So how do you feel that is?
I like it. I think it is nice for women to see me in that, in that character, in this field. I think that if there are women out there, which I know there are, it's reassuring to them, or they're probably judging me. Only time will tell. But
all right, well, let's bring AD into this. Check, come over here for a minute and give me. I want to talk a little bit about the relationship between Spanky and AD. On the camera, I noticed in that last scene things were getting a little steamy there. A little hotness was going on. I had to open up the window, man. So what's up with that?
Yeah, that's something that me and Spanky didn't experience since we was younger. We more of like close, very close, best friends. I can rely on her, always have my back. There's never no question when it comes to her. But certain times, it's nice to have a female company.
She still is a woman after all, right?
I know.
still a woman at the end of the day. When he's down, I'm that comfort. So I think it just came natural, in that character, in that moment, in that scene.
What do you think, Check, about AD putting so much trust in her to where basically she calls shots on a day-to-day basis from what the book is? And of course, I know about that. On a day-to-day basis, Spanky is the one that's marshaling the troops on the ground. AD, sits back in much more of a overseer's, a boss's role. But she's the underboss that's there, that's handling it on a day-to-day basis.
Well, it's a lot for one person to handle. You need someone on your side, in your corner, that you can rely on, that you don't even have to question, that they know the job just as much as you know the job. So, the fact that she's in my corner like that, it feels good that I can trust that. And, I even have that. A lot of people have to carry it on their own shoulders. So, she's very helpful.
Now, Check, everybody knows that, you've been a professional actor for a while now. You've been in several, high-profile films, the Av and, even the Spike Lee joint, She's Gotta Have It. As a professional actor, how do you feel about Ashanti's performance? Who's someone who is not a professional actor? How do you think she's doing?
You could have fooled me, man. She blew me away. It felt like it was just a walk in the park for her. So it was really refreshing to see that.
Being nice.
No.
And how do you feel, Ashanti?
Shaky, but she came through.
She came through. How do you feel, Ashanti, performing with someone like Check? And the experience that you
I
had.
enjoy it. Like I'm trying to pick up. I'm trying to. He's embracing the character from the time, we walk in. Not even on set. From the time we walk into wherever we're gonna be, he's AD.
Right.
At that moment. So I try to match his energy right then and there. So I think that helps a lot. And what I try to do in my head is say, this is a real conversation. So what would this character, Spanky, how would she respond to him? What are her facial expressions? So you make it easy. You help.
Well, I got to say, whatever y'all are doing is working because I've seen it, I'm watching it, and I think when the final product is done and the film is out, everybody's going to see it. And I think we're all going to be proud of the results. So, great job. Thank you, guys.
All right. Check it out. You're going to like this one.
Yes, you will.
That nigga goes back to his 3rd grade.
You need something stronger. Have this.
Fucking